I'm just jumping out of bed and I didn't brush my teeth even, but I had a mail from the Apollo team in the morning, just now at 8:05 or something like that, and that was going to settings and go to workflow.
For the people who don't know how to use Apollo and why we use Apollo, I'll give you a quick summary. So Apollo is a lead sourcing and email automation software. That means they have a really vast knowledge base of the leads of different industries, and you can segment it and find and target the right industries, even the right companies, whether it's a small time company which has like 1 to 2 employees or a large MNCs which has like 50 to 100 employees. There is a lot more filters in Apollo.
Okay, the tech team has given me a message. This is frustrating. I just need to have a tea or coffee. I just woke up. I need to go. Figure this out and start credit. I want to use the credits, as you can see here. I don't know where it was, but also I need to ask him about that call thing which Apollo has.
Even though I got support from Apollo team, it's not actually working the way that I intend it to work for my business. I think the main problem is not the usability, but it's like the UI or the UX of Apollo setup is kind of complicated. It's easy for a person to actually start.
But for example, in order to find a small test run button,
you have to go to your workflow, and you have to go to a workflow again, and then you have to go to edit workflow, and then you have to click the small button here, and then you will get.
The whole problem that I have with Apollo guys is 2 tiers. One is their complicated setup, and most of the UI is jumbled up, so it's really need a really good tutorial, and most of the YouTube videos out there are not really good, so I have to contact them one-on-one. Luckily they have an onboarding support, and we have booked a one-on-one meeting with them. The second part of the problem is because I'm trying to set up all of these things in a credit system, all of my credits have been used unnecessarily. Since I was awaiting that mail from Apollo guys, I checked soon after I woke up.
Finally, it was a detailed summary from the Apollo team itself, and it said that how to connect MCP in AI client, example Claude code, desktop code, add new MCP, use MCP by using mcp.apollo thing, but that is not opening. Guys, this Apollo team needs to figure out some way to understand our problem. I think, you know what, I think if I start this Apollo, and if it is having the issues in the next month as well, I would change the service, because this is a huge issue, man. Like, they literally send me an MCP link here, right? So I click on the MCP link. Wow. Like, I don't know what they are doing. I think it is better if we use Apollo and then figure out some way to use it outside. I think I'm going to use that Appy Pie API to create this issue, because this is far too long for any software to set up, man. This is like enterprise Salesforce dumbasseries. We need to create better softwares. Claude code.
okay, I'm in kitchen. I am making my breakfast, but apparently I used up all of my credits by making an automation. So in morning, at most like 20 minutes ago, I was like 126 out of 2000 something credits. Right now it's the other way around. It's around 600 and something credits left only. So I need to chat with them and to understand what is happening, and also to request my credits, because I didn't do anything. I was following the steps, and this is such a bad customer management. Okay guys, I think we are in a really good rapport with the Apollo team. So they have basically said they will go and give me some advices, but regarding the credits, they will kind of find a way to make it back to me. Like, they will replenish the credit, but they haven't done it yet, but surely I think that will happen. And another thing that I want to know was like how the setup is. So let's figure that out. Of course, the main thing that I wanted you guys to see is how many parameters are there that we can track in Google Sheet via Apollo. And they have said like 12 of them: name, job title, email, phone number, location, recommendation score, created date, company location, company industry, company language, domain owner, right? And also there is account information like 11 fields: name, phone, website URL, city, country, postal code, industry, employee, annual revenue, and owner. I think that is a really good mix of information that we have to collect on Google Sheet. And if we collect on Google Sheet, then we can kind of tell Hermes Agent to go and research about it more and make it more personal. So we can go through company blogs, we can go through like their LinkedIn or their Instagram account, and we can kind of figure out, okay, this kind of stuff works. Or we could use that research AI tool where we research people happenstance. I have a It's like my AI cheat sheet. If you guys want it, just comment or reach out to me on, like, not on YouTube but on LinkedIn or Instagram, anywhere, TikTok or Excel somewhere, and we can find out happenstance. If we connect happenstance with this Google sheet and if we connect it to a AI agent, damn, that would be a really good stuff. It's big philosophy, right? Where did this rule of dressing nice to impress things or people come from? Is it because back in the days people don't have money, doesn't have money to buy clothes, and how people have money, and is it like monarchy kind of judges the other people, and that is where the suits came in. Like, you can't buy a suit without money, right? So that is like a name tag for your well-being or financial capability inside this ecosystem of reality, right? And that has been passed down through generations, and now people are like, you need to dress well to do business, blah blah blah. Don't you think like that? So I got this email today that requesting the demo for the app that I'm building. So we are switching from Ubuntu to Windows because I need to do that system demo, which was saved in Windows. So let's just boot up to Windows. We are just booting to Windows at the moment, and yep, as you can see here, it's coming back to Windows right now. I have dual boot set up right now, so it will be one boot is on Windows and one boot is for Ubuntu. Now I just remembered that I have backed up on a HDD hard drive all that files, so I really don't want to go to Windows, and so we are going to switch back from Windows to Ubuntu again, and hopefully that HDD hard drive will be recognized by Ubuntu. So I just found out that Linux logs folders. So earlier it's going to be a really hard way to unlock folders. Right now what I'm going to do is go back to folders, copy this property, and then copy this, and can you go to Claude code and say, can you slash copy this one and paste it here, and let Claude code do its magic. Okay, so we just have to copy this one, go to a new terminal, paste this one, and it's unlocked. Guys, don't be scared about Linux now. If you have Claude code. Now let's go back to cursor. I think I need to add one more cursor. So let's have a new window, and I don't have to learn this command, but I will eventually learn it when we go. But right now I just need this cursor, open projects, and it's on documents, multi-agent, open. And yeah, now I need to go to terminal and say Claude. Done. We are back to sending out the demo, so let's start that. So now we are going to create that app inside Linux system. Because it was started in a Windows system, I have to change a couple of dependencies. So let's see if everything works. I just came from my run, and I can see my room. I know there is like founders, what is that called? Wolf Den or something like that. It's like a founders where they pitch the businesses and stuff like that. And I see this setup. I sit there, and I'm like, damn, this is going to change very soon. But it would be really awesome to remember that this is the roots. I see you. And while I'm running, I'm thinking better, right? So I was creating a lot of things in Notebook LM, and then I wanted to paste into my Obsidian via Hermes Agent, right? But as you can see here, when I paste a really big context like this, right, Hermes Agent is having a really hard time to update it, right? It's like saying retrying in 2 attempts, retrying in 4 attempts, blah blah blah. And for you guys to have a really good context, this is the whole thing that I want to update. I know it's a really long file. So I think the problem here is the context window. So we are using Open Routers, a small LLM, and which has a really low context window, but we actually planned it in such a way that the Hermes Agent actually acts fast, right? I could change the context window, or I could use something known as consciences or something like that. So it's an AI research paper agent. So it creates research papers, right? So I want consciences. consciences to create this really elaborate text that I want to train my local Hermes agent with, but also don't lose the context, right? So I want to create a table to know that, oh, this is the problem that I have, then table should know, oh, this is the problem that this guy is actually having, then the table should also get oh, in page 7 or something like that, this problem is there, and we will give the solution like that. So we are going to write that whole thing. Guys, I'm kind of mind blown at the moment after all of this work. Look how the whole knowledge graph has been changed to. So if I go deeper, these are all multi-GPU training with reinforcement learning, tutor on how to find your Ollama, Mr. blah blah. And if I go here, it's like benchmark guide, method guide, skills, troubleshooting, and all of these are connections. And this is the power of Obsidian, man. It's freakingly amazing. It's like I have LLMs, I have skills, I have optimization, and under these skills there are other sub skills, and all of them are connected to here. Damn. Because we have this Hermes agent which is kind of a bit late in response, I thought of installing Ollama inside Linux, and I'm going to install the Gemma 4 model, which is by Google, recently released, and it has like really good reviews. So let me see if we can figure that one out. I think it will be working way better, and I can use my RTX because I'm like, I have this system, I have purchased this RTX graphics card, and if I'm not using it, it's like me using a Mac but heavier for no reason. And I don't play games nowadays, so it just made sense for me to do that, because they also have like this. So if you can see here, yep, they are well suited for reasoning, agentic workflow, coding, and multi-model understanding. So I think that is pretty much all I need to hear in order to install Gemma. Obviously, I am installing it manually at the moment, but after doing that, I will be using Claude to run all of the things. So let's see how the phone kind of fell on my laptop, and suddenly the laptop screen stopped, and the fan is humming out, man.